And the tackle there will go to Ryan Anderson.
Give me some. Give me some. Here we go. Run! 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 Woo! Right there. All day, baby.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Two tights. Even. 4 down.
Here we go now. Blue 90.
Now the first carry for Latavius Murray. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90.
They go play action here on 1st down. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Hey, 4 down.
And on the ground they go with the running back. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. He lost 6 there on the 1st down play.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Watch tight end. Tight right.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Motion.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Lawrence. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Trey Burton, the one he was looking for. 3rd down here.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Detroit!
From the gun, Lawrence. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'd open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Watch it now, Barney.
Ringo. Tight end's on the Ringo. Tight end's on the Ringo.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
Looking to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. A gain of 32 that time.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield, but when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
It's going to be a long...
And they'll run it here. They'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. In for the score. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead. Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games and another good start to this one to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field, and on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of.
All right,
That's
here
what
we
they're
go.
looking for
3-19! 3-19!
On first down, Lawrence into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. He has been interception-prone here in his rookie season. How patient can they be with him?
That is the key question, isn't it? A lot of it depends on the head coach, what type of defense you have, and just a general understanding of the makeup of him. But the bottom line is you posed a great question. Are they at the stage where they've run out of patience and now they get to demand production? Or do you continue to stay with him this way?
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Double tight, guys, double tight. We got 4. We got 4.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
And they're going to the ground attack here. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Watch tight. Tight end right, tight end right.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Naeem Hines, his first carry. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Watch tight. Tight end's right.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
After the encroachment penalty, here's 2nd and 5.
Single receiver. Hey, you're on an island over there. Single receiver.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Tight end right. Tight end right.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Allen Hurns, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. Now Bailey to tack on the extra point. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And it's now 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense now getting ready to take over. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Reggie Ragland. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. He's had his interception woes early in his rookie season, but sometimes that happens. There are great examples of guys in the past that have had those same struggles early.
You are so correct, and what the team and organization is hoping, we're going to see these woes now, but later when we're helping him with his Hall of Fame speech, we'll remember his rookie year and how things began.
Hey, boys, we got 4 down.
Set. 319. 319.
58 to Mike.
And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And he stopped immediately there. The All-Pro in 2 positions. Khalil Mack there to make the stop. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Hurry up, here we go. 319. 319.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Catch here, left side, Thomas. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8.
Now let's go. Green, 39.
They'll look to throw here. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check-down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, like hoping he can break some tackles a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little, and when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate, and in doing so, sent this one off target.
Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right. Tight on the right.
Now let's go. Blue line it.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. This is Miller, complete.
Oh, yeah!
And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter,
Detroit!
can you do it
Detroit!
all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on
Here
the
we go
spot.
now.
Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue line it. Blue line it.
Hey, they scared. They scared.
Gun.
Operating from the gun, Lawrence. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. He'll take it at the 42. Now a late flag comes in as they got him down via the face mask, and that'll give him even better starting position. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
A lack of discipline defensively on 4th down, and now that leads to a 1st and 10.
4 down.
Here we go now. Blue line it. Blue line it.
Right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
Back to throw here.
Let's go, defense. Here we go.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
Crash.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Tight end, watch tight end. Tight right.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll run it now out of the gun.
Get there.
It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave them with 3rd and still 7 yards to go. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
They set up a throw. He's got it to Hearns. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long.
Here we go
so
now.
Maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme. Get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately, They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal.
Now let's go! Blue 90! Blue 90!
He'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But I believe the Cowboy was there to get it. He was, and Dallas will maintain possession.
On plays like this, where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
So from outside the red zone now after the sack, a long 3rd and goal.
You're on an island over there. You're on an island.
Here we go now! Blue 90! Blue 90!
He'll look to throw. His throw caught right around the 6. A big play, but still not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and pull it.
They did it well there. Executed crossing route. And Bailey able to knock it through. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So he gets a shot at atoning for the earlier miss here in the first half and able to knock it through.
And what a relief for him, don't you think? Because how many games have we done where kickers missed one early and never gotten a chance to atone for it the rest of the game? That's a lot to carry around.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Now the Bears offense ready to take over again. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. Little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
All right, now, Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in
halftime? Here we go now.
Adjustment, right? Figure out what they are. Figure out the things that they really want to accomplish and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
And they're able to bring him down at the 20. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Gun! All right, here we go.
Back to throw. Lawrence. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know, there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
That's taken on the 25. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3 points?
The kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
toe
that.
Bashed it.
Super toe.
Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up first and 10.
No. Check. Patriot.
Here we go, D.
And they'll go on the ground. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Watch tight. Tight end right.
All right, here we go. 319.
Hey, watch 11.
They'll run it out of the gun. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. The Cowboys on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Here we go now. Blue 90.
They're going to look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Watch tight. Tight end's right. Watch tight. Tight end's right.
All right, here we go. Blue 90.
And on the ground they go with the running back. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Tight end left. 4 down. Check.
Hurry up, here we go. 319.
Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. Over the middle, the connection to Hearns. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Third catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
Blitz.
The big boys came out to play.
I've been here, brother.
Don't be mad. It's more coming. It's more where I came from.
This quarterback now nearly perfect. 9 of 10 in this first half. It's 1st and 10.
Set. Green 39.
Back to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 11 more on that one and another first down. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
Tight end right. 4 down.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So do you decide to keep smashing against them, or do you decide to throw the ball here?
throw. He finds Hearns left side. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
The Cowboys on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
We got 4.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
Now back to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run.
And Bailey able to knock it through. And the lead now increases to 20-0. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. Oh, nice spin.
Oh, that brought back good memories.
And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42-yard line. Great return.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
The Bears in good field position to start out 1st and 10.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
From the gun, Lawrence. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's 2nd down. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Tight left. Even.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Throwing again, Lawrence. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Single. 36.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. That's into the hands of Gallup over the middle. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. So 2nd in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker.
4 down.
Set. 3-19. 3-19.
59. Mike is 59.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
We got to get to the ball, team.
And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
And they'll run it here. And he'll be taken down after a short gain as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. It's a pickup of 3, and we have now arrived at the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to Soldier Field following this short break.
Tight end, watch tight end. Tight right, tight right. Hey, boys.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
They run a draw on second down. And it's a fumble. And I think the Bears have recovered. They have. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Double tight. 4 down, check. 4 down.
Following the fumble recovery, Lawrence. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off Byron Jones. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Play fake here on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way, a dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll run it now. And he's going to get this one down to the 30.
We got 3.
Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7.
Tight end's on the Ringo.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Watch that.
They'll look to throw. This is caught by Hearns. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. This quarterback now 14 out of 17, 82%. And it's 1st and 10.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
On play action, no throw. His throw incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Hey, we got 4. We got
set. 3-19.
And they'll go with Ron attack here. And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. And before they can run this 3rd down play, we're going to get a timeout, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. The Cowboys on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 9.
Here we go now. Blue 90.
And now
Blue
whistles
90.
and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So that last penalty making this 3rd down much more manageable. 3rd down, 4 yards to go.
Detroit!
We got 4.
Hot!
He'll drop to throw. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal.
4 down, 4 down.
Now let's
They
go.
come out here in
Blue
the I.
90. Blue 90.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A great effort there, hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Cowboys will extend their lead.
Touchdown.
Bailey now for the extra point. Bailey got the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now the Bears coming out as they get ready. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive. But they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. You've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play
Now let's
caller,
go.
you're going to
Blue
that
90.
portion of the sheet
Blue
that
90.
says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself
Pick
back
it up,
into it.
defense. Let's go.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. He was looking to get it to Jarvis Landry that time. That'll bring up 2nd down. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
Double tight. Three down.
All right, here we go. 3 90.
On play action, Lawrence. Being chased out left. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. The Bears on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10.
Alert.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
Hey, check. Mike 50.
Looking to throw. Lawrence. And he's got Miller. And they work this well upfield across the 45. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Cowboys out on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
Ground game here with a tailback. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Double tight. Hey, 4 down, 4 down.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
And they'll go on the ground. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
That's it, baby.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Looking to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. That, I believe, will put him over 100 yards receiving for the game. Yes, it will. And he's got a first down to boot.
Watch tight. Tight end right. Tight end right.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call.
3 down.
That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block, it'd be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
Tight end's right. Watch tight. Tight end's right.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. And that's a gain of 6 on the first down run.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Now let's go. 3-19.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Finds a seam inside the 40. Hearns brings it in. And down right around the 37. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Tight, guys, double tight. 4 down, 4 down.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
And they'll run it here. And he will force his way forward for a yard or two, but I have a good feeling this will be coming back. So on the big tight end, Holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Hey, we are
Set. 3-19. 3-19.
They'll drop the throw. Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. He'll get it to the 40. Broke a tackle there to get some extra yardage. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
double tight. Double tight. We got 4.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Looking deep for Demarius. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, 3rd down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point.
Check.
This is going to be
Patriot.
3rd and 13.
Watch you now, Barney.
58's the mic. 58's the mic. In your face.
They'll look to throw here. And this is going to be incomplete. Well, too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
They really turned it loose, didn't they? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
So they are going to call on Dan Bailey here. His career long is 56 yards done in Seattle. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this score will stay right where it is. So another long try for 3 and another kick that comes up lacking.
Yeah, this isn't going to do any wonders for his field goal percentage, but you have to figure as a head coach that when you send a guy out there to try and kick from that distance, it's a 50-50 proposition at best.
Well, now they'll start 3 yards shy of midfield after that long 57-yard miss.
Green 39. Green 39.
On 1st and 10, Lawrence.
I got him.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Hey, watch
Here we go now. 3-19.
To throw again, Lawrence. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Mark Barron. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
And they go with the ground attack here. And nothing nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Baby.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Well, he was stopped on that play, but he's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right. Tight on the right.
Set! Blue 90! Blue 90!
They're running it on the gun. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down. Well, at least he was able to break that initial contact, or it could have been a loss.
Yeah, give credit to the defensive player, though. What did he do? Made him slow down, slow up his feet, and allowed the rest of the guys to get there to finish him off.
Two runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10.
Single receiver. Hey, you're on an island over there. Single receiver.
Here we go now. Green 39! Green 39!
They'll set up to throw.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get
Into
off
double
the field,
coverage,
D.
and it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball
Interception,
away.
baby. Let's go.
Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
Let's go.
come on, capitalize on this one.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I got him.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Let's go!
And it'll go on the ground. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Coming after you.
No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
Woo! Yeah, baby. Yeah.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 9.
You're on an island.
Now let's go! Green 39! Green 39!
Operating from the gun, Lawrence. Hard throw, incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. And look at this. It's a fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. Well, not only did they try to fake it, they put the ball in the arm of their punter, and it didn't work out.
Not the quarterback.
No.
The punter.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Risky.
And it's so funny because when it works, genius. When it doesn't work, not so smart.
Not so
In this
genius.
case, not so genius, but I do admire that he went for it.
Now let's go! 319! 319!
Check. 59.
On the ground they go to the running back. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Watch tight end. Tight right. 40.
Hurry up, here we go! Blue 90! Blue 90!
Back to throw here. On the left side, Gallup's got it. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives them a first down. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started, 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
Hey, 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 hey.
Here we go now. 3:19. 3:19.
Mike's 59.
He'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. Adrian Amos up to make the tackle.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Double tight.
Here we go now. 3:19. 3:19.
They'll set up the throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This will be a tough 3rd and 18.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
He'll look to throw. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. 8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor. And it's a 1st down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
Move.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Check 59, Mike.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Back now at Soldier Field. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number.
Tight right. Hey.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Here. And now running right through it. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Mike, 53. Check 53. Here we go.
Leopard. Leopard.
Just me and you.
He'll look to throw. And almost intercepted. Would have been a huge pick in the end zone, but as it stands, that brings up 4th.
But that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the 1st down, took the shot in the end zone.
And on 3rd down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And they'll have excellent field position to begin this drive as he's all the way up to midfield at the 50.
After return to midfield, I just wish we could open up the heads of the offensive and defensive coordinators, because right now the wheels have to be spinning because things just changed. Offensive playbook just opens up, and now on defense, do you play aggressively or do you lay back a little bit to try and calm things down?
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10.
Tight left. We got 4.
Gun!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get him down here at about the 42.
Run.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
He wasn't ready.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're...
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off Byron Jones. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. Yet another interception. We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, and Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. Obviously, they do everything big here in Dallas, and the introduction to the Cowboys, no exception. They're set for football and Big D as their guys will do battle with Marcus Mariota and the Tennessee Titans. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? Now, Dion Lewis to return. And look at this. Right away, a loose football. And they're already in the red zone. The 18-yard line is where they take over. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away.
What's going on?
They turned it over.
Ball security eluded him.
47. Here we go, here we go.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be second and 11.
Fuck.
After the loss to start out, here's second and 11.
Here we go, 46. 26. 26.
Prescott now on second down. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. And when you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat.
26.
Prescott now. Trying to Cooper again.
Come on.
Finds it. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. They do get 9, but it leads to fourth down.
Then we got to give a little tip of the cap for the defense there. Zone coverage, locked it in tight, made it really difficult because they tried the crossing route against it, and it worked for a completion, but you have to know where the sticks are on third down. Didn't get beyond them, no pickup.
Fuck it.
And on their
Fourth and
first
2.
drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on fourth.
Here we go, 46. 46. 26. 26.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott.
No.
And that is going to be incomplete. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And this defense holds firm here on the opening drive of the night.
The fuck?
Mariota and the Titans break the huddle, 1st and 10 from back at their own 10-yard line.
Here we go. I got 8. I got 8.
Son, blue line. Easy, 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 easy.
Now the first carry for Derrick Henry. And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
Right, Roger. You got 3. 3 down. 3 down.
Set. Blue 18.
Undercrush.
Now a second down throw for Mariota. Forced out to his left. He finds Corey Davis. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
3 down.
Set. Blue 80.
Watch twist.
Keep it rolling. Keep it rolling.
Mariota now to throw on first down. Flushed out right. Now he's going to go up top over the middle. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. A big play that time for the Titans. 41 yards. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Strong right.
Set. Blue line.
We got 3 down, but we got to stand up over there.
A first down carry for Henry. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Hey, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
One.
Even. 4 down. Even.
Set. Blue line. One. Right up.
2nd down, Mariota. And it's caught.
Oh.
And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Jonnu Smith, his first touchdown on the year. And the Titans have taken the first quarter lead. Extra point put through by Suckup. And that makes the score 7-0. Now here's Suckup out to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can drive as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Here we go. Wide 80.
4 down.
26. Here we go. 46. 26.
Prescott looks to throw on first. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
Here we go. 47. 26. 26.
First down carry by Elliott. Elliott going to be hit. He coughs it up. Loose football. It's picked up by the Titans. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Mariota and the Titans break the huddle 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
One.
You.
Mariota now on 2nd down. And that is incomplete.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're one to the good. Go ahead and try and press your advantage.
Set. 180.
3rd and long here for Mariota. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jeff Heath. And he'll bring it all the way back, just a yard or 2 shy of midfield.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10.
3 down.
They start on the ground with Elliott. And he's got room. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Here we go. Wide 80. 26.
Sitting alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin as it is Cowboy football to begin quarter number 2.
Watch the screen.
Here we go. Wide 80. 26.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Switch is A. Here we go. Wide 80. 26.
A 2nd down throw for Prescott. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Get in the weight room.
Here we go. 47.
Check 13. Check 13.
Here you go. 26.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a short gain here, down to the 22.
Yeah,
The
baby.
cornerback, it's Logan Ryan who brings him down.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run.
Tight end left.
Gun.
Hey, boys, we got 4. 4 down.
26.
2nd down, Prescott. He'll get this one Cup complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's the first catch of the game for Cup, and he's got a 1st down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Tight end right.
41's the will. Here
Here
we go.
Now Elliott. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Titans now. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards. Throw it. Mariota. And Walker with it over the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
Man left. 4 down. Check.
First down, Mariota. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's second down. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
4 down, 4 down.
On 2nd down, Mariota again. Flush to his right. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown.
Nice pick, nice pick.
Short throw, pick six right there, those linebackers. They love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Titans offense now, they get ready to do battle again here. And they gave up the pick six, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
Dancing to his left. It's brought in by Adam Humphries. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Tight right.
One.
Check the outs out there.
Mariota on first down. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. One of his main targets, Delaney Walker, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Play action to Henry. Here's Mariota. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Mariota again. And that's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
On his Kern, the punter, to send this one away. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line. And now here come the Cowboys. A good balance attack for that last touchdown drive they had. Now it's time to see if they can do that again.
And it really becomes a tale of two play callers, doesn't it? The offensive guy, he's in sync. Everything's working pretty well. For the defensive
what's going on the defensive side?
That's a tough one because he's prepped all week as well, and he can't get a read on exactly what they're doing right now. What he needs is one of his guys just to make a big play and disrupt things.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
There we go.
A 2nd down throw for Prescott. Drops it underneath to Elliott. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Want it. Keep playing hard, fellas, all day. Woo! Let's get it.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Here we go. Wide eight.
Hey, check. 3 down, 3 down.
What do you think?
Prescott on 3rd and 2. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 17. And he's going to score.
Day,
it's a Titans touchdown.
Every now and then, those guys can get lost in coverage. Quarterback didn't see him, perhaps. But, boy, what a pick. And how about the run back?
Extra point up and good by Suckup. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. And now Dallas gets set to take the field.
Double tight. 3 down, 3 down.
Here we go.
They'll start the drive with Elliott.
Run.
And again the footwork. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
47.
First down now, but that clock rolling.
What do you think?
They go play action here on first down. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper,
2-minute drill, bro.
4th touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys are able to show off their quick strike ability. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra
2-minute drill.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 21-14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense now, they get set to head back out here and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Sponge.
Easy.
A first down throw for Mariota. Steps away to his left. He finds an opening past the 40. 23 yards on the tuck and run. Titans moving quickly here. They're in the hurry up.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football. But how about his use of runs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays. And he loses the football a second time. It's picked up by the Cowboys.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around.
Opportunistic by the defense. This one caught left side by Cooper. And certainly some style points there on the spin. Not a whole lot thereafter, but still a pretty good gain. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards.
Watch the screen.
Throwing. Prescott. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Elliott. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Back back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Here we go, 46. Here we go, get out. 26.
On first and 10, Prescott. He'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. And down inside the 15 he goes. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time, and a first down.
47.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Gun.
Tight left.
Here we go, wide 80. 26.
Prescott down on second down. A dump off to Elliott. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it down. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. The Titan offense now working their way back onto the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, I think we're just going to see a knee, and that's it.
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Final play of the half here, Mariota.
Number 8's coming. Number 8's Mike.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. So we have come to halftime here in Dallas with the Cowboys out in front. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Coach. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. Now it's Wilson. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team. The drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Yeah, they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. Prescott now 11 of 15 through the air. Here's first and 10.
Here we go, get inside. Let's go, get out. Wait,
54's Mike. Check. Watch.
10th carry now for Elliott. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
That was well coached and even better executed because you saw him looking for the cutback lane, never materialized, and had excellent pursuit to stack that play up.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move.
gun. Here we go. Wide 86.
Prescott from the gun. Eluding the pressure right.
Oh, come on.
Scrimmage and intercepted. Picked off by Logan Ryan.
That shit's hella
And
stupid.
he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Yes, the old tip drill works to perfection there.
You're bringing back great memories. Used to love that drill. A lot of times in practice, you work on a nice wing tip for multiple tips, just in case the ball stays in the air for a while, to have an awareness and the ability to go up and grab it, and then you want to get some blocking support and end up in the opposite end zone.
In that tip drill, what do you yell?
For us, it was Oski. Okay, Oski was an
things
interception.
for different teams.
Different teams have different ways of doing it. I've heard bingo, jackpot. The worst I ever heard, though, was Frankenstein. You don't want it to be a three-syllable word. You want to get it right down and go. Oski is really the preferred word.
Oski. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. The third quarter has not been kind to them after they built that lead at intermission. They've seen that lead shrink.
And how much of that is simply execution? How much of that is maybe you lose your edge a little bit because you've got a lead? And you do have to credit the other team some because they've made some adjustments to start to slow them down. Can they find those counters now? Those extra plays or plays they haven't run that'll be effective and get them back moving again?
They'll be looking for something here, anything to seize that momentum back. Prescott now 12 of 17 through the air as he leads his guys up on first down.
My
Out of the gun. Room here to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Yeah, baby! Woo!
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Here we go, 46.
Check 59, Mike.
Prescott on first down. He finds Hearns left side. The 20. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That one goes for 36 yards.
A lot of receivers see the drag route as a risk-reward type of a play. The risk, going into the middle of the field where there's some big people wide open. But the reward is oftentimes getting coverage, running a little bit underneath. And when you catch it just right, as we just saw there, the end result can be a big, big play.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Run.
Here we go. Wide 8.
Boom! I see you, boy. I see you.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott.
Outside coming.
And it's intercepted at the goal line.
They're coming.
Picked off by the safety, Kenny Vaccaro. Through an opening, and there he goes. And they will finally bring this run back to an end, but not before he's down inside the 5-yard line at the 4. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close.
Why'd I throw
At
that?
least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they didn't score, if they didn't get a touchdown.
And he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown. Derrick Henry, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Titans are within a 2-point conversion of tying this game.
To the game.
Extra point try now for Succop.
Oh, shit.
Extra point put through by Succop, and that will get him one closer. Now here's Succop out to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. And out now come the Cowboys. And with
Come on,
3
Zeke.
interceptions thrown already, we'll
Put in
see
some work.
they rely more on the ground game here.
They may have to change things offensively to try and
Come on,
settle
Zeke
things
the freak.
down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit.
Come on, Cooper.
Ball pops out, incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback. The ball.
Here's 2nd and 10 from the 35.
Single.
Here we go, 47.
On 2nd down, Prescott again. Flushed out right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, They're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
Big play coming up. Here's
Here we
third
go,
and
46,
10.
46.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Tight end's right. Tight end's right.
Hey, here we go. 180.
Got four down.
186. 186.
And the blitz does come. Escaping the pressure right. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Partner, the way this offense has marched up and down the field during this game, it's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on third down, isn't it?
They have had their foot on the gas all game long.
Let's
Here
go.
Finally stalling out. Here's the Titan offense now as they make their way back onto the field. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see
Fuck,
how
they
they
beat
decide
them
to do
21
it.
points
Do they
on
want to be
defense. Son of a
methodical, or
bitch.
do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
Fucking mistakes. Come on, Vander Douche.
On first and 10, here's Mariota. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Corey Davis, the intended receiver. And it's second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10.
Set. 180.
Check. Four down.
Throwing is Mariota. He dumps it off for Henry. Able to push his way through. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll be third down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on third down.
Hey, guys.
Looking out of the gun, Mariota. Flush to his right. He may try to run for this. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. The decision to tuck and run.
Dude, it's fourth down. You can't go for it here.
Now it's fourth.
The best quarterbacks that ever played the game.
Fourth and 2.
To blend in with their teammates and be one
Read
of
the
guys.
rules, man.
But sometimes you got to take modesty and put it aside. You're the franchise quarterback, the face of the team, and the guy that leads them to victory. You have to get down and protect yourself and not take hits like that.
Here's Brett Kern now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. And take it right at the 35. That'll be a 50-yard punt with 8 on the return. And possession will switch hands, first and 10. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Going right side, he has Winton. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That goes for a gain of 31.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that sure was pretty because the corner route is extremely difficult to defend from my perspective.
What we just saw there, is that sort of the evolution of the tight end position?
Yeah, I think it is because more and more, tight ends are being treated like wide receivers. These are some agile players who can make a play in any spot on the field.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Wow, that play got shut down in a hurry.
As soon as the snap came, you could see defensively they were just closing in. That was going nowhere.
Yeah, you count on your offensive line to give you a little bit of space, a little bit of time so you can make a move. There was none there for him.
Strong right.
They go down it again. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It looks like a pickup of 6. That leaves them with 7 yards to go on third down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Here we go. 180.
Back now in Arlington. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the fourth quarter. The Cowboys on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 7.
Hey, here we go. Wide 8.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there was a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. And with flags down, he's up near the 40, but it looks like this one might be coming back.
Let's go.
Mariota and the Titans break the huddle, 1st and 10.
Come on, play some defense, you fucking bums.
The pitch to Henry. And he powers his way up past the 30. Jeff Heath, the one to bring him down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
One.
Again, it's Henry. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Mariota now to throw on 1st down, eluding the pressure right. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
They'll try to throw now. Mariota. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The intended receiver that time, Adam Humphries. And it's 3rd and short. Well, not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
The Titans on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. Here it's 3rd and 2.
One.
Hey, 50 the mic, 50 the mic.
One.
From the gun, Mariota. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
We got 4.
Back to the ground now, it's Henry. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Oh, yeah! Tight, watch left. Tight, watch left.
Set, 180. Easy, 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 easy.
36, 36.
From the shotgun, it's Mariota. Flushed out right. That's complete to Taywan Taylor. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Tennessee getting the first down on a big play of 18 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
4 down, even.
They'll toss it to Henry. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line.
We got
18 yards on each of the last 2 plays, and they're picking up big chunks now.
Well, so much for him being bottled up throughout the day. Finally finds a way to break through and get a really nice gain. The defense had felt great about what they had going. Now they've got to turn their attention to getting it back in that direction. Can they bottle him up again? Because I'd say after that run, confidence is pretty high for him.
3 down. Hey,
Henry. Oh, no, he lost the football.
come on,
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Second and goal from inside the 5.
Tight end right. 3 down.
Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. So second and goal, and the big man Henry alone in the backfield.
Double tight. Alert. 3 down.
He'll get it up the middle. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. This is 3rd and goal now. 80,000 on their feet here in Arlington.
4 down.
Sam, move, Andy. Easy.
And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. And now the Cowboys are going to call another timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal.
Hey, 4 down.
Trying to wedge his way in there, no signal. I don't think he got there. He did it. Jalen Smith, the Notre Dame man, in on the tackle. So now let's reset here, Charles. They do have 2 timeouts left, so they can stop the clock twice. This one's not quite over yet.
No, and what you're doing on defense, you're going to use both timeouts, obviously. But you've got to call defenses that force the issue early, meaning you want that play over fast. You don't want to give them time to dance around in the backfield and run a wide sweep that'll take off time. Blitz them, put pressure on them, make sure that play ends quickly so that you can go ahead and keep moving.
They give him a gain of 38. So that play much needed there as they're all the way up near the 40 for a 1st and 10. Well, Prescott here to throw. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And he's going to score. It's a Titans touchdown. This game, it's been defensively oriented on both sides, so I guess it stands to reason that the play of the game comes on defense.
So it's my kind of game. You know that.
That's right.
Anytime we have
That's
a
right.
defensive battle, but that, as you said, it stands to reason that's the way the game tilted. Someone had to make a big play, and the way the defenses were dominating,
Madden
that's exactly
fucking
what we
me.
got.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where
One
your
timeout.
preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
Yeah, they practice this all the time,
they
don't
practice
they?
it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
Here we go, 46. Here we go, wide 8. 26.
He's back to throw. And on the left side, he's got Witten. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
That's questionable.
Escaping the pressure right. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Hustle, hustle.
Double tight, guys, double tight.
Here we go, 47, 47.
Back to throw. This is caught. It's Cooper. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line.
Go to 54, go to 54.
Good pick up there at 22.
Hey, you got your first
Go to
down.
54,
Get up to
go
the
to
line of
54.
scrimmage and spark it.
He'll look to throw. And it's
Oh my
intercepted at the
God.
39. Picked by Kevin Byard.
Don't let him score. Come on, Dak. Get him.
There he goes right side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
All day, baby.
And so much for the game-winning 2-minute drive. I think that interception returned there seals the deal.
That hurt.
In this situation with the score that
Good game.
close, defense isn't backing off and just giving you easy throws. They're playing aggressively as well, and they end up picking that one off and sealing the deal for themselves.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that